It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Alright, look, we got a video about Old Meezy. Someone just had a baby live on stream. Man, let's see what they talking about. This is crazy. Oh, she really did.
Kaya, please just
Damn, she really did have a baby on stream. What the hell?
go. Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
What was that?
You're being such a baby. You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
What is going on the internet? Now, as you can see, I'm not in my normal abode here, and it's actually kind of early in the morning because I thought that on my vacation, I would be able to take some sort of break. I'm out here celebrating a wedding, but the internet does not stop. And to my surprise, or really lack thereof, there were two extreme incidents that happened on Twitch the other day that I thought were just totally out of pocket. First, we saw what the people are dubbing as the first live
Oh my
birth
god,
on
she got
Twitch.
her baby on stream like that? Fresh out?
Now, granted, giving birth to a healthy baby is a tremendous feat, but the lack of privacy that the internet is
My bad.
just
What the
accepted
fuck?
is just totally to another level of extremes. I mean, look at these intimate moments that are being shared with the general public of people who at one point apparently peaked to 100,000 live viewers. This is a whole ass medical
There becomes a point, you know what I'm saying? There becomes a point in which it's just like, all right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Where's the cap at? Where's the limit at? You know? Because this,
procedure. And I don't know why we've accepted these things happening, but there's nothing intimate, there's nothing sacred, there's nothing private anymore. We've just decided that the whole world gets to come in and be a part of our community just because we play video games and stuff with them. I think that's just
Right.
totally disgusting and totally wrong. This is a byproduct of that always on nature and continuous boundary pushing that we've allowed in streaming and content creation in today's age. And I also think that it's very strange that we've like monetized this beautiful moment. I mean, there's a point in time in which you can see the actual raw baby on screen.
There she is, guys.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Really, you got the baby on here, though? This is crazy. Damn, niggas do anything for a bag, bro. And this is where people start building their parasocial relationships from. They finna start calling little, I don't know if that's a boy or a girl, nephew, niece, little bro, little sis. And now you're gonna be wondering why motherfuckers trying to track you down. They feel like they're part of the family now. And you're opening them up to this. You know what I mean?
It's Luna.
Now, according to both of the parents, they got the okay from Twitch. Even Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, was actually in the chat. But that doesn't mean that this isn't like morally or ethically right. Not necessarily having a baby, but the idea of letting the world into this intimate moment. We've just totally lost the plot here. And it also doesn't escape me that there's some sort of privilege going on here. Look, I know the data behind pregnancies and minorities, specifically black women in this country. And I don't think any black woman in her right mind would do something like this. Yeah, this has to be talked about. I'm pretty sure this woman went through as many safety precautions that she can, but the fear of losing a child
Right.
would probably be so much for a black woman that I don't think that she would allow this to happen on some sort of live stream, because that is a real
I mean, hold on, let me let him finish. Hold on.
life possibility, a real life scenario. And I don't even know if Twitch thought that far down the line. Like, what would have happened if something happened to this baby and it was
True.
all caught on live stream? Don't they think that's jarring? Don't they think that's triggering? I get it that you
I mean, dude, but okay, but because you mentioned like the black women thing and about like them having a kid on live stream, do you think it's a black and white thing or is it just like a personality thing? You know what I'm saying? But I do know, you know what I'm saying, there is research, you know what I'm saying, data and all that stuff about how black women are mistreated when it comes to, you know, doctors and shit like that and birthing and stuff, you know, so that is another angle to look at it from. But in this situation, I don't think I'm following what he's saying.
live your life on the internet and you've been live streaming this process for the past X amount of years. But to be quite honest with you, this just does not seem worth it at all. This seems totally over the bounds of what should be happening in content creation. This was a very shocking moment for the public to see, and you
Yeah.
allowed it to happen. Now, speaking of shocking moments, we get the person who is denying the fact that he's shocking his dog with a shock collar in Hassan Anabi.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy?
Electric tape. Ain't gonna lie, I cannot see. Damn. This nigga got a shock collar for his dog?
This person
GG's, bro. Pack it up. They got you. They got you, bro. All you can do now is just come clean.
is being abusive. If they only saw that clip, it doesn't matter. And this will not go away, for the record.
What's so amazing about this Hassan situation, and let me be clear, I'm not necessarily a dog person, but I can understand even so that there are cruel, inhumane, and
Right.
honestly torturous methods in order to train your dog or correct their actions. And somebody being, you know, a proclaimed leftist as Hassan, somebody who is pro-life in the sense of like not harming
that.
life, anti-torture, you know, preaches about the atrocities that go on throughout this world. It is very strange to me that he would do the inhumane act of shocking his dog. What probably adds another layer to this conversation.
That's right. Oh man, that's crazy, right? I'm not a dog. I don't even say I'm not a dog person. I have a cat. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of animals growing up and shit like that. But it's like, yeah, there comes a point in where it's just like, all right, bro. Like if you're gonna do that to a dog, what else would you do? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, damn, like you would assume that the nigga, his dog is well behaved enough, or he trained him good enough to where you don't gotta shock him, but he probably ain't feel like doing all that. But I'm not excusing it because I wouldn't do something like that. But damn.
Because if he shocked his dog, he apologized for it, went on about it. It's two things. One, he has so many videos out there of him saying things about dogs that really has the dog community raising their eyebrows. Stuff about how his former roommates used to use these types of shock collars. Stuff about how he doesn't give a fuck about Frenchies. Frenchies are dogs who have massive breeding problems because those dogs breed issues when you breed them the way that we do as people. And then
Yeah, motherfuckers be selling them for like 1,000, 2,000 a pop. Sometimes more than that. Probably more than that, to be honest. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, damn, look at a little dog walking around. Motherfuckers using the dog as an incubator and shit. I'd be like, damn. Anything
also
for the
has
bag.
another person telling him, yo, this dog collar is too tight, gang. Like, you need to loosen it up. And his excuse is, well, she just has a lot of neck meat. It's actually not choking her at all. What?
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar for fish, and his dog's barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's 'cause she has a lot of neck meat. Just such a lib ass, like, oh, dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just read a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. This is a dog.
The second most damning thing out of that part is the
God damn. But some people do view animals like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people really view animals as just like whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Me when I was growing up, I used to kind of, not like, I could care less about them. I ain't like go on my way to harm them, but I wasn't like really attached to like animals and shit. But now that I got me a cat that's like really mine, that I take care of, it's like, damn, bro. You gonna do your dog like that? You gonna do your cat like that? Like, come on, gang. So that's kind of where it's like, come on, Hassan, bro, lock in.
fact that he goes to extreme lengths, and I mean extreme lengths, to try to talk about how this isn't a shock collar. And this is after he could have easily proved it. He finally comes back to his chat and says, yo, you know, this isn't a shock collar. It's a vibration collar. Like, this is what it does, et cetera, et cetera. Now, mind you, we exist in the day and age of the internet where people have so much access to so many tools that can
Oh, they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out what they need to find out so they could, you know, you said it's not a shock collar. All right, we're gonna do some research on our end, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna confirm.
easily disprove
crazy,
this
man.
simple thing. I think a lot of this would just go away if Hassan just said, hey, this is the shot collar, this is what I use for my dog, I live up to it, I own it, etc., etc.
Right.
But the fact that he goes about doing things like taping the said shot collar, manipulating the said shot collar, and a plethora of other things in order to get away from the fact that it actually is a shot collar is very, very telling and actually very, very disgusting when he gets exposed by XQC and others.
Hold on.
Oh
Hold on.
shit, SQC exposed him?
What is that? Bang, 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 bang. So what is that? The canine handler.
This nigga XQC out here doing investigation on him too? Oh yeah, see, ain't gonna lie. Omizi got a point. You should just low-key just be like, yeah, this is one of the ways I train him or her, whatever kind of dog it is. This is one of the reasons I train him. Cause if you already got it, so you might as well be like, look, it is what it is, bro. This is how I do my shit. Y'all don't agree? That's cool. But I can also understand why he'll want to be like, nah, I don't shock my dog, because if a motherfucker hear that you shock your dog, they're like, oh my God, you fucking psychopath, you sociopath. What a creep. Like, you know, like what a weirdo. So he's trying to save face, but it's too late now.
They need to get better names of this shit. Yo, the handler. Come on, bro. Tactical collar. Yeah, it's another one. The one that has a top at the top.
This is the one that people are talking about. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
Yeah, Chet, my dog does go to the same trainer as Hassan, but he asked me if I wanted to use an e-collar, and I said no. Like when he first trained Milo, a few months ago, he asked if I wanted to use the e-collar, and I told him no. I think using an e-collar on dogs is just like, bro, you could train a dog to do things without using a shock collar.
All this
it's probably just gonna take more work, to be honest. It's gonna take more work to probably train it without a shock collar. Damn, he out here just offering like, hey yo, I know I got an e-collar if you need it. Damn. So they go to the same trainer? What are the odds?
keep your dog in a specific place while you stream. The dog was trying to stretch you, jackass. Like, let it stretch. But I think that there's a bigger conversation to be had about both situations and scenarios on stream. Is this always on mindset of content creation has got to stop. This woman can't even do something intimate and private with her real life family, friends, and loved ones without being on camera. And Hassan can't even train his dog or allow his dog to stretch because he feels like he has to be on stream for 16 fucking hours a day. He can't take the dog out to take a piss, and we got to see her pee while her innards were coming out as she had a baby on live stream. This concept that you have to monetize every single waking moment.
Yeah, then it's like, bro, it just comes a point in which, like we said earlier, like a month ago or so, and other reactions, when it comes to streaming, it just keeps getting higher. The bar just keeps getting raised. And then, like you said, how the fuck do you beat a nigga having a birth? How do you personally beat your streamer having a kid on your live? Ain't shit. What can you do? So it's like you're boxing yourself in, you know. But I mean, but that was like what, desktop. It's some whole other shit. But yeah, it just keeps going up and up, and people are pushing the limits to keep these live streams going and keep these live streams entertaining.
And it's just gonna do nothing but expose more people for living their actual day-to-day lives. And for a lot of people, their actual day-to-day lives are disgusting and inhumane in Hassan's case, and hold intimate and private moments in Fondy's case where she gave birth to the baby. And those things are stuff that should not be captured on camera and monetized for the greater good in public. There's things that lie in that. There's dangers. There's, you know, health complications that can come into play. There's exposing you for being the dickhead that you really are. I don't know. I would think that Twitch would have better TOS for things like this. Like,
What I'm noticing, bro, Twitch will let some shit slide if you big enough. You know what I'm saying? If you big enough, Twitch gonna let some shit slide, bro. So it's like, I'm not, am I surprised that she had the baby on stream? I would say I'm surprised, because I never seen no shit like that for a day in my life. But, you know, as time go on, it's just like, at some point it probably was gonna happen. I just didn't know it was gonna happen now. But honestly, bro, that shit crazy. And the whole Son thing, bro, just admit it, bro. You got. Just admit it. Chalk it up to the game. Just take time to train your dog, bro. I love animals. Animals love you. I'm gone. Peace.